The scenario presented to Prime Minister Olmert in the past few days is becoming a reality. The diplomatic option is progressing and showing signs of a near end. At the weekly cabinet meeting, the ministers are briefed on the severe shooting the north is suffering. In the meanwhile, U.S. Secretary of State Condoleezza Rice is explaining what will happen in the next few days.
It's important that we vote the resolution in the Security Council, and we expect that to happen in the next day or two. And at that point, the international community will have put forward its views of how this war can abate. And then we'll see who's for peace and who isn't.
The talk of the day is the agreement the UN Secretary Council is looking to achieve. Senior officials say Rice is now placing the ball in Lebanon's hands. Lebanon is towing Hezbollah's line at the risk of seeming stubborn. The real question is, does the agreement represent Israel's interests? The answer depends on who you're asking. The U.S.'s demands of Lebanon is the immediate release of the abducted soldiers, a ceasefire, the demilitarization of South Lebanon, prohibit the transfer of ammo that is not destined to the Lebanese army, and the dismantling of armed militia, the main being Hezbollah. These demands are followed by the UN's demands of Israel to make efforts to settle the Lebanese prisoners issue. The question is when. Will it be close to the release of the soldiers? The UN also demands Israel to respect the Blue Line border with Lebanon. The question is, will intel flights over Lebanon be restricted? The third demand is the future transfer of the Shabaa farms. Israel agrees, but the conflict will be between Syria and Lebanon. The final demand is that Israel hands the landmine maps of South Lebanon to the UN. This draft doesn't agree with everything Olmert expected. No international force will be posted along the border until a final agreement be achieved. The worst thing about this draft is Section 11, that says the whole organization and implementation of the agreement will be in the hands of no other but UNIPIL, the same force Olmert just recently referred to as a pensioners' unit.